Did you knew when you wrote the Celestine Prophecy that your work was going to have such an impact and would be so right on years and years and years later?
I was seeking not to make anything up. I was seeking to just describe what I believe is happening already out there in terms of the consciousness that's evolving, that we're downloading more and more of. So beginning with the first insight, and I'm through 2 books now. We're up to the we've completed, I believe, out there, the 11th insight, and now what's happening now, this movement up in consciousness, I call the 12th insight. The Mayans would call it the universal consciousness, a wave of consciousness coming in. The 12th insight, I believe, is about how to make it lived, not just thought about, but lived. So we have to shift out of this materialistic, secular worldview and put the spiritual laws of the universe into play in our lives and really live it. And that's what we've been discussing here, how to do that.
So what are these spiritual laws? Can you just remind us? Is that the law of love, the law of one, or the law of attraction even? Or?
Well, I think that they are much more closer to home than that, much less abstract. I think they wind up being get into integrity, tell the truth, stay open to spiritual knowledge, and act in other people's best interest all of the time. And then there's a scriptural saying that crosses all religious traditions, and it says, "If you are honorable over little, you will be given much." And what that means is, as soon as we start to tell the truth completely, and not in our self-interest, but in other people's interest, and allow that truth to evolve freely, then what happens is all this starts to come in. A synchronicity will start to increase, the sense of well-being, which the mystics of every religion talk about, sense of overpowering bliss, and, as you say, love. But those are the fruits of this opening that we'll be able to get to. And no matter, it's not about being intellectually smart. That's so important. Intellectually smart belongs to the secular materialistic age. Spiritual age is about wisdom. And no matter what we think of ourselves, if anybody's thinking, well, I'm not that smart, or whatever, I can't talk as fluently and as fast as other people, whatever, that has nothing to do with it. What it is a wisdom of action. And that means that whoever we think we are right now, we're more than that. And that's the psychologists call it self-actualization. The mystics call it, mystical opening, or I call it a download of the rest of ourselves. But with that come all these abilities that are spiritual gifts. So much of it is just realizing that this is where we are in history, and deciding to slow down, get back up from whatever chaos is happening, and really allow yourself to be guided spiritually in life, and toward this download of this greater self and these greater abilities.